Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Linux Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Avalanche. Wanted to do a full video on this, predominantly for what we saw yesterday, but I do think on the short term we have some potential here as well. So just wanted to do a full update. I know quite a lot of you are interested in that. We'll do a bit of a recap of what happened yesterday. We'll take a look at the price structure right here, what to expect from that, and we'll also dive into some fundamentals. All right, which is something I always do, and I think that usually the fundamentals behind the network, like the Avalanche C chain, usually they don't matter that much, right? So for example, if you look at the daily transactions right now, you cannot even really say something. But over the last month, it's relatively flat. The daily active addresses also relatively flat, although a little bit more bearish even. And then what I think is most interesting is the total value locked. And there we have seen a bit of an increase in the last couple of days. And that's interesting, all right, because we're seeing the same from Solana, which is often quite correlated to Avalanche. They often move together. So if this continues, that could be bullish. But at this moment, fundamentals are good. They're still down quite a lot over the last month. But that's also logical if you look at the price movements. But right now, the price of the market of Bitcoin is better. And what we saw yesterday is that, well, first of all, we already saw Avalanche break down below this massive downtrend the 2nd of May. So on Thursday, Avalanche already was starting to show some signs of recovery, or at least some short-term bullish momentum. And then what happened yesterday, which yesterday in general was a day when quite a lot of cryptos were, were showing some potential. What we saw is that the open interest for Avalanche increased exponentially. It was actually since Friday, since Friday later in the afternoon, open interest rallied up a lot with a very positive CVD, so that there were a ton of long positions there. And yeah, like I said, the momentum is still up there. It stopped increasing yesterday evening, so that's also when this momentum stopped, because the momentum made us break above this level right here, and that's a very significant breakout we had. But after that stopped. So now the main question is all right, well, Avalanche was showing momentum, and you also saw that Avax and Solana were kind of moving together, which, if you don't know, the Sol-Avax rotation, where basically Solana and Avax rally together, is a very strong one. So if you can catch that early, you can make some profits with that. But now, like I said, CVD is negative. We've seen a big spot sell-off, and the momentum is still high, but it's no longer increasing. So what's most likely? Especially also given the fact that it's quite likely we're going to get some sort of a pullback from Bitcoin here. And I think it's most likely that Avax will also do a bit of a pullback here, but I do think that we'll hold the levels we broke above. All right, so the main levels we broke above, and the main key levels we have right now is basically down from 36.5 into this level here at $35. And because of the fact that the open interest or the momentum is still so high, and the technical strength of those levels, and my expectations from Bitcoin, which is still bullish, I still think Bitcoin is more bullish than bearish, and that maybe we'll get a pullback, and that's also what I'm taking into account here, but that ultimately we will be bullish again. All of that in mind, I think it's most likely that that Avax will get that pullback as well, even though I've said that word countless times now. Maybe we'll consolidate down here for a bit, but ultimately we'll get that breakout and rally back up to $40. And then we can start to talk about potentially breaking above that as well. But for now, I think that's much too early. All right, so short term, expect a pullback, maybe a bit of neutral price action, followed by a bullish breakout and a bullish Avax. That's what you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.